Benita, I actually spent the whole day at the Expo today. I was there working with war-torn countries to understand how they manage to advertise themselves in such circumstances. And I would say that despite the heat, 43 degrees today, with almost no shade, despite the sanitary restrictions in place too. Let's not forget that a new PCR test is requested every time, every day to every visitor, even if you have a multi-day ticket. And finally, despite the size of the Expo, you have to walk about 45 minutes to cross the site. Well, it's still crowded. So who are these visitors? Many of them are foreigners. Some of them are investors. Chinese, French, Russians, Italians, English. Some of those are on vacation and really wanted to visit the exhibition because they just heard about it. And some others literally came to the UAE for the exhibition. I'm thinking about this Israeli couple I spoke to who told me they wanted to come and see by themselves how the Israelis were welcomed, how the Israeli pavilion was also welcomed. And I have to say that it's a warm welcome to them. The Israeli pavilion is full of curious people who came to discover all the meaning of it. With, for instance, there's two large openings. I'm sure you saw them on each side to symbolize the integration of the Jewish state in another country. And when you approach people, when you go to meetings as a journalist, well, you realize that connections are made, that new cooperations are launched, and that business is just generally working.
Well, with temperatures of 43 degrees, they certainly are getting a warm welcome in every sense of the word. Bastia, we're also hearing authorities there are admitting for the first time that workers died while involved in building preparations for the Expo. What's the latest update you have for us?
Well, the figure was initially quite vague, Benita. It was first announced 6 dead and then 5. Now the figure is 3. Well, let's say at least 3 people died while working on the site, while building the Expo. Let's not forget that each of the 192 pavilions was built from scratch and that it took about 4 years to do that. 200,000 workers were called for this task, and we still don't know the exact circumstances of the death of these 3 people. But what we do know is that there were also several dozen injured, about 70 to be exact. And even if the authorities had made clear that the safety of these workers was a priority. And to conclude, Benita, let's remember that the European Parliament had called to boycott this Expo, criticizing the UAE for its human rights record. These were the terms they used, Benita.
Well, we appreciate you bringing us the latest updates on all these developments. And of course, we will be coming back to you for more. Our Dubai correspondent, Bastia Bourri, live from the United Arab Emirates. Thank you so much.